Hey guys, and welcome back to a brand new GameFind. It seems to be a weekly thing now, which is fantastic. I do like to see a GameFind on my channel every week. When I can get one, it's brilliant. So I managed to pick up, I'm just having a look, £30 on a really nice little bundle, little mixture of stuff, from Sega products to PlayStation. I think there's also a Nintendo. I think there's a Nintendo N64 game in there as well. I'll show you anyway. The first item I picked up was a PS1, PSONE, which is the PS1 Slim. Great little console. It's absolutely tiny in comparison. Like, it's the size of my hand. I think they sell for about £15, £20. I think they're about £15 to £25. Unfortunately, doesn't have the power adapter and it doesn't have the TV wire either, so it might only be worth about £5. I might be able to get 10 quid out of it, because I've probably got a spare TV cable. It came with two controllers, one PS1 controller and one third-party turbo controller. I don't know what to call it. It's a third-party controller. I'm not sure if it's actually a PS2 controller or if it's just a black PS1 controller, but I will be chucking them with the console. I'm probably going to sell it because it's not complete. I do like the console now. It takes up very little room in or on the shelf or in your cabinet or whatever you have your setup as. I also picked up some cartridge games. As I mentioned, there was an N64 game, which was WCW, NWO Revenge. I think this is about a £5 game. I could be a little bit off with my prices. I'm not great with pricing on the N64 stuff, but I think it's about a £5 game. Might be a little bit less. The game that's probably only worth a couple of quid, Menacer. It doesn't come with the gun, unfortunately. But yeah, I don't think I've got this, but I will be looking out for a boxed copy of this rather than a loose cart. I like my Sega stuff, I just like it boxed. Jungle Strike, the sequel to Desert Strike. I picked up Desert Strike a couple of weeks back. I think this might be a £5 game as well. And then, yeah, another copy of Desert Strike. The top's been cut off, if it had a top. But they were the cartridge games. I think there's probably an easy £15 worth of games here, as well as the PlayStation that you saw earlier. There's still a few games to go through, and I've still got a console to show you. So moving on to the disc games from this bundle, I managed to pick up a Dreamcast, another wrestling game on the Dreamcast, ECW. The case isn't in the best of condition, and I actually think it's just the case itself. Yeah, there's no game with it. So it comes with a booklet. Unfortunately the game's not there. I might be able to pick up a cheap copy of the game, but the case isn't in the best of conditions. It comes with the Dream Key version 1.5. I have no idea what it is. I've never had a Dreamcast in my collection as such as what I was playing regularly. So the next item I've got is semi-interesting. Unfortunately it's got a crack on the case, but it's Tekken 2, a Japanese version of Tekken 2. Someone paid 35 quid for it. Don't know when. Look at that disc. That's awesome. I reckon it's about a £10 game nowadays, just because it's an import game. There was a Formula 1 copy game worth nout. Wipeout, the original Wipeout on the PS1. This is such a good game. I am such a big fan of Wipeout. It comes with a big heavy booklet you can just about see there. Unfortunately the cover, the paper cover on the front is missing, but that's like, I think this is still a £5, £6, £7 game, so that's great to add to my collection. I probably already have it because I remember playing the Wipeout games growing up. And a game that I definitely have, Resident Evil 2. Save up to £30 when you trade in 3 working games of the same format. The booklet's not there, but it is complete otherwise. It's actually, the discs are actually in really good condition. But that's got to be a £10 game still. So I think I've got about £10, £15, maybe a couple of quid more. I think I've got about 15 to 20 quid worth of this game, which is awesome. I've also got one thing left to show you before this video takes any longer. No, okay. It's a Sega Mega Drive. It's the one that I had growing up, the Model 1 I believe. It's also got the Master System converter sitting on the top of it, which is really cool. I don't think I've got one of these in my collection, so I will be keeping the converter. The console itself is only the console. It is missing the power cable. It is also missing the TV cable like the PlayStation 1. But that is a comfortable £15. The converter sells for £30 to £40 online, so I will be keeping that for my collection, and that did basically pay for the whole collection in my eyes. It came with 3 controllers, which I'll show you in a second. So the first controller has the red button on it. The second controller has a white button as the start button, and one I haven't seen before, and if anyone knows why, I'd love to know the answer in the comment section below. This controller has a blue button. I've never seen the blue button before. I'm just wondering if it was a special release controller with a different button, or if it was one that came with a certain version of the console. But I'm not sure. I've never had one before. But I've got 3 controllers. I'll be keeping at least one of them, probably 2 of them. Putting the other one with the console. I don't want it. I've been collecting way too many Mega Drive consoles in the last couple of weeks, as you've already seen from my previous videos. I think I'm up to 4 now in the last month. So I need to get rid of some of these. I still have 2 boxed ones on my shelf, but I will be keeping these as spare, or at least 2 of them, one of them. And the final thing before this video ends, I got some Game Boy items. No Game Boy itself, but I got a wad full of wires, which I will need to sort through and work out what is what. But they are all Game Boy. They're all Game Boy wires that I'm guessing are player 3, player 4, player 1. Yeah, I think they're just like multi-link wires. But yeah, that's pretty cool. Might be able to trade some Pokemon with Nathan Rose, depending on if these work. And the final few items before I finish this video completely now are some Game Boy games to go with them wires that you just saw. The first one is a Yu-Gi-Oh! Game Boy Advance game, World Championship Tournament 2004. I can't believe that is 13 years old. The next one is Duel Masters. Worldwide Edition Stairways to the Destined Duel, another Yu-Gi-Oh! Game. I think I actually have it. I believe there's another Yu-Gi-Oh! Game in here, but I can't open the case. My fingers are too stubborn to do anything with that. I got a basic jumper pack for the N64. I thought that was a Game Boy game at first. There was a Harry Potter game for the Game Boy Color. Pokemon Pinball, not a great Pokemon game, but still Pokemon title. For some reason there were 2 copies of Pokemon, the trading card game. There was Dark Duel Stories, Yu-Gi-Oh! For the Game Boy Color, and he threw this in as well as a freebie. 2 free pins, the Star Wars Episode 3 official 2005 pin collection. I think it's pretty cool. It's sealed. You know, it's not the best film, but it's not the worst. I don't know, it might be, to be honest. But yeah, nice little freebie, nice little collection. If I get max price on this lot, if I sold it all, there's probably about £130 worth of stuff. Maybe lowballing it at £80, £75. I paid 30 quid for it, which I think is a great price considering. I will be keeping the Game Boy stuff. I will be keeping the Mega Drive converter. I won't be keeping the Mega Drive or the PS1. And I might be keeping some of the cartridge games as well. But I think this has been a fantastic week. It's not been a huge bundle as we've seen previously, but there's some good quality items here, and I will be keeping a lot of it. So I'm over the moon with my collection, building yet again in the new year. Thanks for watching, guys. If you're new to my channel, why not sub to me? Just, you know, down there, just hit that sub button.
Thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed this video or any of my other content, please hit that like button, sub to me if you are new, and please leave some feedback below.